Triz take flight.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Pablo, aka Grandma's favorite grandson. But at this moment in time, I'm going to be George because we have another wonderful episode of questions. This one's going to be kind of special because on this one, I have my son. Yes, my son. I'm going to call him by his real name like I do everybody else. I'll call him by his stage name, QU3STIONS. And I'm going to let him introduce himself a little bit, and then we're going to get into these questions.
Yo, gang. What it is? What's up? It's your boy QU3STIONS, Ari Lennox's future husband, your girlfriend's favorite producer. Why are you doing that face?
Go
That's
ahead.
crazy, yo.
You doing
Y'all
your
see
thing.
this? Y'all see this man hating on me? He told me he want me to get an intro. Then when
Yep.
I get an intro, he hate on the intro.
Yeah, do
This
your
the
thing.
kind of stuff I gotta deal with, y'all.
Do your thing.
But
Be
yeah,
yourself. Go
You
ahead.
feel me? Yeah, Mr. I like to be the little spoon sometimes. Ladies. That was the most awkward I've ever done that. And I'm here for it.
Lord.
But yeah, y'all see the gang back there. MP, Man's Plan, that's the gang. Club music, videos, what else we do? Dancing.
I'll give you time to do all that. I'll give you time to do all that at the end, brother.
You said say what you whatever. All
I
right.
just said say your name, man. That's
You
cool.
didn't say that. You said
Anyway.
say what you do.
So, this is another episode of questions where I ask friends and family and associates 10-ish questions about, regular things that people normally don't think about. These are emotions. They're solely emotions. And I found it very interesting that this is probably episode number 6 or 7. Everybody had a different answer for every single question. Let's see if QU3STIONS holds the trend.
Let's see what these questions are.
All right.
It's got to be juicy because
Yeah.
the way you talking, you building them up.
Yeah. Hey, man, I've been doing this for a long time, man.
Building this up more than a sequel to Fast and Furious.
Oh, man. They need to hire me, man. More people to watch it. I'm trying to tell you.
Cut the chat.
So the very first question is, what makes you upset, and when was the last time you were angry?
What makes me upset, and when was the last time I was angry?
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna start with the easy one. The last time I was angry, like legitimately angry,
Mhm.
was in February.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I've learned that when because I have different levels to my quote unquote what people would define as anger.
Mhm.
So, I haven't been like to that maximum level since February. What is it? June now?
Yeah, almost July.
That's a record right there. I'm
Mhm.
hoping it stays true.
All right. Cool. What makes you upset?
Things that make me upset. This is a little bit toxic, but we're all a little bit toxic. When people don't process things with the way that I think they should be processed. And the reason I say that is because, like, how can I break this down? I say that to make sure that it's clear with everybody. Everybody understands exactly what I'm saying. But when people I look at certain things as common sense, right? And it's because of who I was raised by, who I was raised around, and different things that I've done in my life. And I'm just like, yo, some shit you just don't do.
Right. Okay. But isn't that problematic?
It can be sometimes.
Okay.
Because I like to think of myself as a pretty decent human being. So 9 times out of 10, if I think that some shit is some common sense, there's a lot of logic behind me thinking that way, and I can back that shit up as to why I think that way. Yes, people have other difference of opinion,
I was
have
about to
difference of
say
opinion.
everybody don't think the same, or they wasn't
They
even raised
don't.
the same.
Not at all.
Okay.
Everybody, a lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but people do have difference of opinions, but that's where I, as a person, I can take that, and be like, you know what? I like the way that you think as well. Let's blend these things together and make beautiful life.
Okay. Cool. All right. When was the last time you were sad? And when was the last time you cried?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to give the same answer, but at the same time as me being angry,
Yeah.
I was also very sad. I'm
Okay.
gonna go into that on another show that's on this network.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at the same time that I was angry, at the same time that I was very, very sad. That was not the last time I cried, though. The last time
Okay.
I cried was months before that. Um, Months before that situation, same kind of situation,
Mm-hmm.
breaking apart, and but I really thought that that was it, type thing, and I
Okay.
really was feeling that person at the time.
Gotcha. Okay. What makes you happy?
Music. Being
What
a
about music?
creative.
Okay.
Being a creative makes me happy because it and when I say that, I'm talking about music, photo work, and all of that stuff. It makes me happy, and seeing other people be creative makes me happy because you really get to know a person by the kind of stuff that they make and the kind of things that they are interested in. You I am a firm believer that if you know how a person creatively thinks, you know their whole life story.
Okay. Decent. What are you afraid of?
Easy one, failure.
What about failure?
I don't want to be. We get, can we go? Can we do a deep dive on this one?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I want. That's why I asked you, what about failure?
Okay. So for those of you that do not know, biologically, Pablo is not my dad, my father, but through experience, just like me not having any biological brothers, um, I have gained him, and I'm glad and so thankful for him. I don't look at him no different than some of y'all would look at the person's sack that you came out of. But I am terribly afraid of failure because I look at my biological dad as a failure.
Mm.
And there are various reasons for that. Like for one, not just giving away his whole life story, but for one, still living with his mom, being almost double my age. Um, yeah, I just don't want to fail at life in general. I'm fine with taking a step back and learning a lesson because I don't look at like, okay, something didn't work out for my creative project, or maybe I lost a job or something like that. I don't look at that as failure. I look at that as a lesson. Like, you
Mm.
learn that, okay, this is what you need not to do the next time around, and you get better and better and better. But when I say failing, I'm talking about being a bum on the street and being that person that has that sign that's like, I can't do nothing. Help me.
Mm.
I never want to be like that because I always say this. Um, I'm too talented to ever be broke, and I'm too talented to ever be a failure. For real. Like, that's honestly how I think, and I know a lot of people probably don't agree with that. That's fine, but it's my mindset that keeps me going.
Okay. Okay. What makes you anxious?
every goddamn thing because I got anxiety.
Okay.
Um,
Well, give me like one or two things.
I got you. All right. Despite me being a creative person, creating in front of people makes me very, very nervous because not necessarily because I feel like I'm trash at what I do, but it's because I want people to love what I do because my music and everything that I do is so emotional. I use creating as an escape from a lot of different things that I deal with throughout the day to day, which I'll go into on another show on this network. We plugging. But yeah, definitely what's the name? People creating in front of people. But I'm getting better with that, thankfully. Shout out to everybody that has sat here and listened to me create something, watch me do a podcast, watch me make a video or anything like that. I appreciate y'all because you are helping me become a better person, whether you know it or not. I can't wait to be in front of thousands and millions of people just making something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's the one.
That's dope, man. That's dope, and you definitely get there one day, man. I definitely see it. By hook or by crook, you're gonna get there. Trust me.
Oh, all right.
What are you most proud of?
Ooh.
Told you. It gets there.
I am most proud of shit. I'm proud of a lot of things right now.
Okay.
I am most proud of my own personal growth, honestly.
Okay, Sneak Dog.
Hey, yo.
I like to thank me.
Yeah, I like to thank me. And you know who else I like to thank? Me. But no, I am so proud of my personal growth because I'm not even talking about high school me. I'm talking about last year. No, not yeah, I'm gonna say last year. I'm talking about last year me. I'm so proud of me because it was some rough shit that happened during the course of last year and leading into last year. I battled myself for a very, very, very long time. Last year was just kind of like where it came to the head, and I was like, "Nigga, you need help." So I'm just proud of my personal growth through finding out that I have anxiety, finding out that I battle depression, finding out different ways to combat that shit, and also not being afraid to, even though I started a remotely new job, not being afraid to take on stepping away from that job, missing out on money, and figuring that shit out. I'm very proud of myself because that's a whole new situation. And while I'm figuring that out, I'm still balancing paying my bills. And I just recently, within the last 2 or so years, moved out of my mom's house for the first time with money that I was paying. I was paying for it. Well, money that I was earning to pay for.
Welcome to adulthood, brother.
This nigga. I was still working when I was in college.
Yeah, I ain't say you wasn't. I'm just saying welcome to adulthood. That's all. You know, you in the game for life, man. Only way out is to die.
Well, I'm not trying to do that no time soon.
There you go.
And that's that in itself right there is personal growth because I ain't gonna lie to you. During that year, that's something that I was kind of waking up every day, hoping it would happen. So
yeah, I've definitely been there. Sometimes I go back there. But yeah, I definitely understand that. So, what is a guilty pleasure of yours?
I never really understood that concept. Guilty
A guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
A pleasure that you're not supposed to have, but you enjoy so very much. Like, so somebody's guilty pleasure would be like watching Seinfeld. They don't think they're supposed to watch Seinfeld, but they love it. They indulge in it. Or being petty. That's some people's guilty pleasure. Like, they just love being petty. It's just something that they love to do that people wouldn't think that person would be doing.
Okay. Well, I live in my truth so much that I don't. I'm a find one for y'all real quick. But yeah, I'm a person that really like. I tell it like it is when they come to me, especially if you disrespect me or anything like that, because I don't take that lightly, and I'll be petty. Like I really will be petty, and I find a little bit of a joy in that, because it's like, yeah, nigga, you thought that I was gonna fail, but I actually succeeded. But let me see. Guilty pleasure. What's that show? What is that show called?
About to say something real irregular.
Yup, I definitely am. The Community. I appreciate The Community a whole lot more than The Office.
Okay. Yeah, see, something such as a movie, TV show, program, or a piece of music that one enjoys despite feeling that generally is not held in high regard.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like Wale is one of my favorite artists.
There you go.
With that too.
That's a
we
guilty
can go
pleasure.
with that. Y'all some haters. I ain't from DC, but
yeah. Okay, cool. Have you ever felt jealous? And when was the last time you felt that?
Last time I felt jealousy. Last time I felt jealousy was like real jealousy, high school. I say that because around coming to the end of high school, my mind started being real different, and some might call that shit weird, but it started just grinding. The gears were starting to grind differently, and I was just like, yo, there's nothing in this world that you should ever be jealous for somebody having that you don't have. And the reason I say that is because you can get your ass up and go get it. And I just, from then, I'm just like, yeah, nah, that ain't it.
Okay. So you haven't felt the emotion of jealousy in about 8 years.
Yeah.
Good job. Very strong person. All right. Yeah, because yeah, I feel jealousy all the time. I'm still working on that. That's part of my meditation I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just ask this. I don't want to take over the show, but what's the last thing you was jealous of, and why do you think you was jealous of it?
When I saw the other podcast networks being started, that's the last time I felt real jealousy. Because I knew that was my idea. I knew I had that plan set in place, and I just didn't pull the trigger. So I was jealous, but I was upset with myself that I didn't pull the trigger fast enough. So now that I'm starting later, it almost seems like I'm following the trend when I had the idea before. But yeah, around that time, I'm not even talking about, the JBP or the Black Effect. I'm talking about like loudspeaker. Like I'm talking about that far back. So
yeah. Okay.
So
well, I mean, the stars align the way that they did, and I'm a big proponent in the universe. So yeah, the universe just saw fit everybody, because you never know if you would have started back then, maybe some of the people that's with us now that we love, they wouldn't be with us. So
yeah, definitely a couple of them they wouldn't have been ready. So you're absolutely correct. So, do you ever get lonely?
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can be in a relationship and be lonely. So
Okay, talk about it.
I get lonely.
This is we finally hit one. This is a double. Yeah, we had a young lady on here that said the same exact thing. So.
How many different answers can you give to that question? Yes, no, all the time, never.
You be surprised. Listen, watch your uncle's episode. He got deep into it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. I get lonely all the time because me being an only child,
yep. You gonna stay that way too?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine with that. And it's crazy that I say like I get lonely, but at the same time I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. So let me break that down for people. So I get lonely all the time because when I'm dealing with my depression, I will literally lock myself in a room, and sometimes I just sit there and I just let my mind wander. And I feel like, because everything in life to me has checks and balances. So I feel like that's my checks and balances when because like it's only but so much fighting you can really do, and only but so much fighting your brain can withstand and body can withstand in anything. Something's going to break. And I personally can't afford anything to break right now. So I am, I sometimes I do let my mind just wander, just be like, okay, it's going to be okay. And I've recently tapped in with somebody that put me on to some different grounding techniques that have worked for me. And what I do is I'll let my mind wander, and I'll use different grounding techniques to pull myself out of it. Like it's kind of like when you kind of like when you just take something, put it over the flame, and snatch that motherfucker out. That's what I do because unfortunately, throughout my life, unfortunately, I've been trial by fire. So I just kind of let that be how I do things throughout my life, and it's worked for me.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a trait that we both share. Because I can be in a room full of people and still feel lonely. Like, so I definitely get it. My anxiety fucks with me that way. So I totally understand. All right. So let's see. What are you looking forward to?
The opposite of what I'm afraid of, success. And I'm saying success on all levels. I'm not even just talking about success for myself. I'm talking about success for everything that I'm into. Sarcarrogance mainly, mansplains mainly. Like I'm looking forward to the success of the collectors because I know it's a lot of great people that are out here, and all of the people that are a part of these different networks are amazing people, and what they have to say is very important. What they can do is very important, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't care about your favorite rapper, dancer, musician, none of that shit. Through those two labels, to me, have the best shit on earth because it's authentic, and there's stories behind so much of this stuff, and I can't wait for the world to really grasp that this shit is really amazing and this shit is really happening.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Hard work, man. 10 11 years in the making.
Yeah.
We here. So all right. And here's the final question. We always end with this question. And this one definitely never had a duplicate. What is your QU3STIONS definition of love? Come on.
You gotta put in the, if you do this as a like a whole video, you gotta put the squirt bottle for that laugh. Oh my God, love.
Yep. Love.
Oh my God.
Come
It's
on.
crazy that you say that because I literally had today I had a little battle with love. It's crazy. My definition of love. What do I feel like love
Your
is?
definition.
Understanding understanding the person. Yeah. Understanding the person that you are interacting with.
Okay.
So I say that because when you let's look at parent to child relationships. I feel like if you want your children to feel like they are loved, you gotta put that work in to understand them as a person. Because oftentimes, and I say this all the time, oftentimes parents forget, and vice versa, children forget that parents are fucking people. Like, you have emotions, and there's things that you shouldn't
from time
say.
to time. From time to time we do.
You forget that people have different emotions and things that make them upset. And as much as I'm so glad that I'm having this realization when I'm younger rather than older, because it has definitely helped me get further along in life, understanding that everybody is not going to accept love the exact same way. Like, the same way there's love languages for a romantic relationship, I feel like there's a whole nother set of love languages for every other relationship that you're in. I'm talking about business relationships, parental to children relationships, just all of that stuff. There's a different set of love languages that works. And I feel like when you put that effort in to really learn, and I'm not talking about, oh, your girl said her favorite, well, not favorite, but her love language is personal touch, so you just rub her leg and everything like that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really invest your whole everything, everything that you got going on into that person, and you're figuring out, okay, your love language is words of affirmation. All right. What words of affirmation are your favorite? What makes that your love language? Having that conversation. And
told you, everything comes down to a conversation.
Yeah. It's that I'm coming to realize that now. Oh my gosh. I have some things that I definitely want to say. I'm gonna say that offline. But yeah, I'm having that full realization now, because back then, I'm gonna say back when the last situation happened, the person that I was with, I thought we was having that, but now a more recent situation has highlighted that shit was so false and so fake, and I was like,
it tend to happen that way.
Get the fuck, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I was just maybe that was just a lesson that I needed to learn to appreciate what I have now. Maybe she was just a very long fucking. Oh my God. Anyway, we're not giving her no shine. But yeah, a lesson that I needed to learn to appreciate what it is that I have now, and appreciating what I asked for, because the universe. And it's crazy because like a day before me and this person started talking, I was like, the next motherfucker gonna be the GOAT. This motherfucker definitely fitting the bill.
Okay. Hey, sometimes it takes that one, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being honest.
Of course.
And you know, sometimes we hide behind, you know, answers, but I hope that because the questions are so simplistic, but yet difficult at the same time, that it brings out the honesty in people, and you definitely fit the bill. So, Tyrone.
Hey, yo, this.
Everybody gets their name at least one time on it. Tyrone, tell the people where they can find you. And I mean, tell the people everywhere. You have the floor. I will not stop you like normal. You can, pull your list out. Pull your CVS receipt out. Pull your CVS receipt out of where they can find you, and let the people know. And I'll make sure I'll put it. I'll make sure I'll put it in the notes because it's a list.
Oh yes, it is a what? All right. So let me start with my SMG list. So my SMG list, you can find me on the toxicology report, being toxic as hell, with this fine gentleman Pablo here, and my uncle, Uncle Mike. He is wild, a wild turkey as I like to call him. He look like an uncooked turkey though. You can also find me on Where's Your Proof? Whenever this does drop, from the time that we're recording this, there's actually going to be an episode of that's going to be dropping tomorrow.
Yeah, your episode would drop before this will. This probably drop Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's all good. I know what the turnaround was.
Yeah. That's fast. I don't do too much.
Matter of fact, I'm acting like I don't have all this stuff in my bio. So y'all can actually hit me up at Tr1zzTakeFlight, all one word. The one, the I in Triz is a 1, number 1. You feel me? And click the link in the bio. All of my stuff that I'm doing musically on SoundCloud, TTF Prod, video work, Trez Take Shots, all the podcasts that I'm on. Where's Your Proof? Toxicology Report, my new child, the Creative Content Podcast, and also TTF Prod for all your beat needs and all that good stuff. I'm literally a walking multimedia studio, if you to say the least. If you need that shit done, just let me know and give me about at least an hour and a half so I can plan, and we gonna make magic. And shout out to, like I said, shout out to the gang back here. Mass Plans always with me. I have been all of these guys on this label. When you see Mass Plans, just know that you are seeing a collective. You are seeing you're not seeing 5 separate people actually. You're not seeing 5 separate people. You're seeing a collective of 5 people into one. We are literally like one body. And I say that shit because it is so weird. There's been so many times when I've said something or I even thought of something. Oh, and Slick Go Ham, Los Don, Mr. In My Bag, Mac, or even my boy all the way in Texas, Chris, King Hammer. My man went to go see him. Check that YouTube video out on Trade Steak Shots, please. But yeah, it's been tons of times where like we've all thought of something and then the next person would say it, or like we'll be sitting there, we'll be doing something creative, and they'd be like, "Well, what, dude?" And we're thinking like, go this way, pan to the right with the camera, and they already doing it. So we really are one body, man. Like,
so, y'all the Power Rangers.
This nigga. All right, cool. Yep. And we got the Megazord.
Y'all the Sour Rangers. You know what that is. Come on. You there? Is it there? You know what? You there?
I'm so sick of you.
You not there?
I'm so sick of you. Explain it for the people.
Are you there?
No, I'm not.
Because sour is a strand of the ganja.
Mm-hmm.
Sour Ranger. Yo,
I knew it was a drug reference. That's
yo,
why I'm.
if y'all use that, I want my cut. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, yo, I'm dead.
I need 5% of that.
I'm gonna make sure that they tagged it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tag them.
That's,
Once the video come out and
mhm.
everything, I'm gonna definitely make sure that they watch that though.
Yep.
Make
Sour
sure
Rangers.
they
Tell the Sour Rangers. Watch this.
the Sour Rangers get the hell.
Anything else you want to plug? Anything coming up? Anything?
Anything else that's going on? Man, not honestly. I feel like when I have a conversation, I wind up just effortlessly just throwing stuff in there that I do, and it's like, just hit me, man. Like, if you want to just talk, just hit me. If you want to work, hit me. I don't. I'm not one of those weird people, though. I do make sure that there's a split between the different things that I'm talking about. If you hit me on Triz Take Flight and you talk about video work, I may divert the conversation to Triz Take Shots, so that way you can look at my video work and you can also, like, I can manage that conversation, because I do have anxiety and I do have depression and I got separation.
Okay. Cool. Thank you once again, Triz Take Flight, Triz Take Shots, Triz Takes Everything. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Shout out to Soul Bay Cole for the CEO hoodie. I wear it proudly. It's a new title I collected over 2021. I am the CEO of Sarcarrogance Media Group, and I am super proud of everybody on here, including Triz Take Flight.
CEO Bay.
Yeah, man. It's the freckles, man. The freckles does it, man.
Yo.
So, but nah, this has been another wonderful episode of questions where I ask my friends and associates and now family questions. And yeah, we get down to the bottom of it. And as a wise man with a little hat once said, there is
with a little hat.
Like the wise man with the little hat once said, man, there is truth in the questions and there's power in the answers. And until next time, peace. Yeah.